Greetings and welcome at long last to episode 36 of Morrowind Modding Showcases. As always, I'm your host Dark Elf Guy, and this week we're doing a special Solstheim themed episode, because nothing says July quite like a winter wonderland. So let's get out of the heat and look at some great cooler temperature mods. And as always, download links for each mod shown can be found below in the video description. With that said, let's get started with our popular mod of the week, which this week is Granny Claus Christmas Gifts by Karana. Now, since it's hot outside and basically the middle of summer, this seems like the perfect time to cover a Christmas mod, and this lovely little mod adds a sort of winter wonderland to Solstheim. You'll find everything from snowmen to a Santa sleigh, reindeer, giant candy canes, and even a small Christmas tree farm here. And you can actually harvest these trees for your own Christmas trees and place them wherever you want, as you can see here. In this magical winter wonderland, you'll naturally find Santa's workshop, which is beautifully decorated on the exterior. Inside the main home, you'll find an absolutely beautiful Christmas-themed house, including Granny Claus, who will greet you warmly and offer you a nice Christmas-themed drink. Everything from a Christmas dinner, to stockings hanging from the mantelpiece, to presents underneath the tree has been included. It's a truly wonderful and warmly lit place to visit. Naturally, you can also open up the presents underneath the tree and find quite a few things for your own personal use. Included in these Christmas presents is a variety of Christmas decorations that you can then use to decorate your own home, from Christmas wreaths to Christmas trees to Christmas lights that you can dangle from the ceiling. You also find Christmas stockings, ornaments, Christmas dishware, and much more to use in your own home. And all of this comes with move-in scripts, so you can decorate your tree and home as you see fit, making sure everything is moved into the exact position you want it. And there's a variety of different Christmas trees to choose from small ones to large ones, so you can find something that really fits in your house. For our house mod of the week this week, we're taking a look at Thrisk's Summer Cabin by Zapera. This mod adds a nice log cabin with a sauna just out on the lake in front of Thrisk. But before you can claim it as your own, you'll need to prove yourself to be a warrior by doing a minor quest to claim the property. Once you do that though, you'll find yourself in a cozy home with a small display area, a kitchen, and there's also a service NPC who provides a lot of various services for your convenience. As you can see here. And there's even a small loft space with a bedroom for your personal use. And of course, there's a nice decorative sauna with a working stove as well. This week's gameplay mod of the week is Saber Girl's Morrowind Ecology by Saber Girl. This mod changes the wildlife of Solstheim, adding creatures like deer that you can find out in the wilderness, as you can see here. And you'll also find little snow bunnies as well that hop around in this frigid climate. And notably, there's multiple kinds of deer, and now you're much more likely to run into passive creatures than predators. Overall, the wildlife of Solstheim is much tamer than it was before, allowing for more appreciation of the island's beauty. You'll even find mountain goats in parts of northern Solstheim, hugging along the cliffside. Morrowind's ecology also changes things on Vardenfell, adding large herds of guar here and there, and also making many of the beasts of Ardenfell more passive, so you can walk right up to them without being attacked, as you can see here. And you'll find a handful of new passive creatures on Vardenfell as well, such as these rabbits. Of course, you may also run into large packs of Nixhounds, and they'll still try and basically bite your face off. Only now there are considerably more of them, and these will put up quite a challenging fight. Next up is our Town Hall of the Week, and this week we have Thrisk expanded by Princess Stopper. Now this mod adds a small town around Thrisk, or rather, as you can see here, slightly off to the north of Thrisk in a small patch of woods. The village itself is fairly small, composed of around 5 to 6 buildings that are partially hidden in the snowy landscape. And the buildings themselves are sort of scattered off among the hills just directly north of Thrisk. And you'll find a few residences here, and a few shops as well. These new dwellings are home to a number of the supporting population of Thrisk, including services such as a trader for common goods, as you can see here. As well as a small alchemist shop where you can stock up on potions before you go back out into the wilderness of Solstheim. And naturally, you'll find a few regular homes as well, which you can steal from if you so desire. For this week's Items Mod of the Week, we're looking at Holly and Ivy's Holiday Shoppe by Wesley. In the Wolverine Hall Mages Guild, you'll find a mysterious snow globe. Inside this snow globe is a curious winter wonderland, home to a small holiday shop. Here you'll find a lovely and quaint shop where you can buy an assortment of Christmas-themed clothing, as well as Christmas trees and a fairly wide variety of decorative objects. As you can see here, there are 3 NPCs that sell items altogether, each specializing in a different type of good. And here you can see just some of the items you can buy with this mod, including Christmas trees, drums, ornaments, pottery, lutes, and these Christmas trees come in a variety of styles. And there are quite a few items to choose from. Not to mention that these items come with movement scripts for easy placement. And here you'll find a ton of the different variety of Christmas trees you can get, and place anywhere. If you want, you can create a Christmas wonderland out in the middle of the Ascadian Isles, as I have done. And here you can see one of the outfits you can buy, which sort of makes you look like a Christmas elf. You can also buy a number of bows and matching quivers as well. Perfect for the Christmas-themed archer. And these items are fairly well detailed as well. This week's Quest of the Week is Blood Moon Risk by Lego Man I Am 94. With this mod, you'll find a new mead hall in northwestern Solstheim along the icy glaciers. Inside, you'll find a large and semi-cozy mead hall ruled over by a chieftain named Axeman, as you can see here. And he'll start you off on a series of quests as part of a larger main quest to protect the hall from invaders. And the mead hall has a number of other services as well, including a few merchants that have a variety of goods for sale, ranging from mead to weapons and potions and many other things as well. You'll also find a number of side quests here, ranging from locating a missing person to helping a lost Dunmer get back to Vardenfell. As part of the main quest, you'll get into a ton of scripted fights, as you defend the hall from invaders. And eventually you'll travel to other parts of Solstheim to answer questions behind the attacks. Next up is our Landmass Mod of the week, which this week is Ruins of Serpenthold by the Undying One. This mod adds a new island with a ruined Imperial fort on it, just east of Solstheim. And as you can see here, this ruined keep is quite massive. Serpenthold has a large main courtyard, with a number of different buildings and branching interiors spanning from it that you can explore. And the courtyard itself is inhabited by a single unicorn, as you can see over here in the corner. The keep is really one big dungeon, filled with large rooms and countless goblin opponents. Much like a real castle, you'll find yourself delving through kitchens, dining rooms, and banquet halls as you try to uncover what happened here. And the entire place is quite dark. You'll need to bring more than a few torches in order to find your way around through here. Many parts of the castle are like one big maze, with goblin opponents that continuously seem to materialize out of the shadows. As you can see here. As you explore through this ruined keep, fighting from room to room, you'll encounter a number of boss battles. Like this large fellow here. And these will put up quite a difficult fight. And you'll also find large, darkened halls where, again, you're going to need torches that you can carefully explore. Eventually, you'll discover the secrets of this mysterious castle and what happened to it. For our NPC Mod of the Week this week, we have Blood Moon Creatures by Yar Yum. This mod adds a wide variety of new creatures to Solstheim, most notably a number of Recklings with different styles of armor and clothing. And you'll also find one or two new types of undead creatures as well. And this really helps to add a bit of variety to the Reckling leveled list on Solstheim. And naturally, these opponents will put up quite a fight, with both weapon-based and magic-based attacks. You'll need to be a fairly high level in order to really compete against them. As you can see here. This week's new Meshes and Textures Mod of the Week is Snow Prince Enhanced by Midget Alien and Validity 7. This mod does two major things. It adds new loot to the Tomb of the Snow Prince, adding some extra clutter to the tomb, and it replaces the armor and weapons of the Snow Prince with unique models. As you can see here, far from the boring ancient steel armor from before, this new set of the Snow Prince's armor is fully unique and quite detailed. Quite fitting for the fallen hero of old. And indeed, this is exactly the sort of armor you might expect a snow elf to wear. This armor set also comes with a shield as well, for those who prefer one-handed weapons to the more spear-pronged attacks. Next up is our Modder's Resource Mod of the Week, and this week we're looking at Midget Alien's Creature Pack 3 by Midget Alien. This is a creature pack you can use in your own mods, including such odd things as a creature that's part bear and part owl, and these peculiar ice claw creatures which come in 2 varieties, as you can see here. And something called a Death Dealer, a menacing looking fellow, to be sure. These are all ideally suited for creating some unique encounters in your own mods. For our underrated mod of the week this week, we have Hosting Mill by Thunder. This mod adds a lovely woodland home and mill along the coast of Solstheim, including a small dock and smithy shed. There's also a nice little garden off to the side, and a watermill, as you might expect from the mod's name. Once you're inside, you'll find some frightened residents hiding from a nearby group of smugglers, but they'll offer you the use of this lovely home for as long as you want, which includes a small kitchen area and a bedroom. There's also a cozy basement with some standard mill equipment and display and storage space as well that you can use for your own personal use if you so desire. Hosting Mill is truly a lovely home with a nice atmospheric setting just waiting for you to move in. This week's Blast from the Past mod of the week is Wanderers of Solstheim by Mana User. This mod makes it so that you'll run into random friendly NPCs out in the wilderness, like a hermit with goods to barter, or a scale warrior, as you can see here. You may even come across a friendly healer out in the middle of nowhere who can give you a boost for free if you ask politely, or sell you some potions should you need them. And you might also encounter another adventurer out on the trail, and they can accompany you on your travels if you so desire. You can even find new quest NPCs out in the wilderness, and they'll ask you to do simple tasks like delivering packages. Or you'll discover lost citizens on Solstheim, and you can escort them to nearby settlements. And of course they'll reward you nicely once you're back in civilization. You may also find the occasional for-hire mercenary, such as this archer here, who will follow you around for a little bit of gold. Or you may come across a few lovers out in the middle of nowhere, just looking for a bit of privacy, and they'll pair you off. You may even come across a drunk guard who'll try to arrest you for imaginary crimes. And this mod is really a random scenario generator, with over 25 random events for you to come across on Solstheim. This is arguably more random events than you'll find in Skyrim, and you'll encounter such strange things as a random seamstress out in the middle of nowhere will offer to make you new clothes out of pelts, or a travel guide that will offer to travel you around Solstheim for a modest fee. Finally, for our bonus mod of the week this week, we have Polar Bear Lodge by CJW Craigle. This mod adds a nice shoreline property to eastern Solstheim, with a small dock and a nicely finished deck. The property also includes a small yard with a small stone alcove for outdoor camping, and before you can lay claim to the house, there's a small quest involved to find the missing owner. Once you're inside though, you'll find a cozy log cabin with a lounge, fireplace, and creatively designed kitchen. Not to mention several polar bear decorations, as you might expect from the mod's name. There's naturally a lovely bedroom for your personal use, warmly furnished, and even a small alcove library in a loft-like space. There's also a large cellar with plenty of storage and display space for your gear, as you can see here. That's it for this week. As always, you can find the download links for each mod shown down in the description below. And do please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. And I would like to apologize for just how late this video was. We have a special announcement coming up next week, so do please stay tuned for that.